Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Tranquility's End. Playing as the Necrons, we have got TranspersonalPsy. An opposing team playing as the Imperial Guard, we've got Kun. And not only are we joined by these two players today, we're also joined by the academic, the gentlemanly scholar. We've got Jagus Arts. How are you doing, young man?
Hey, Mr. Landshark. Very happy to be here, man.
Lovely
How
to
are you?
have you. I'm doing alright. I'm fit as a fiddle, practically skipping around the home at the moment. So we've got
That's what I love to
Imperial
hear.
Guard versus Necrons. Now I do notice that this Builder Scarab on the northern side has came out and having a cheeky little sniff around this strategic point, but you would normally see them put a ghost turret up before,
That's
which
what I was
is...
just about to say. Yeah, usually with Necrons, you want to build a turret next to the opponent's strategic points just to deny them from having that early capture.
We've won.
So yeah,
But, yeah.
we'll have to see if the Imperial Guard noticed this, although they are just currently capturing their nearest and dearest, so nothing
Yeah.
too drastic going on. Necrons might be able to get away with that slight faux pas. 4 generator opening and a couple of Necrons, Necron warriors, sorry, for the Necrons. So I suppose that's a standard opening. We've got same for the
Yep.
Imperial Guard. Infantry command smack bang in the middle of the base to help protect all the listing posts. As standard as one likes.
Yep, and we can see the command squad going out, obviously getting the priest attached. Probably just going to go, maybe attack some scarabs, even just probably go into this Necron base and, you know, start damaging some of these generators as well. We'll see what happens either way.
Absolutely. He does see this obelisk, and he's thinking, what? There's no ghost to it. This is free real estate right here, baby.
Yeah.
Gonna slice around with that, supported by some guardsmen. Builder Scarabs, kind of, where have they gone to? They've just... Oh, they were going to do some ghost turret harassment potentially, but then thinking, oh no, we've got to protect our own land.
Yeah, if this obelisk goes down, that's just a big waste by Necrons, you know.
That's it, yeah. What, it's something like 30 green money, 100 green money, something like that, which is not exactly
only
what
25.
the Necrons want.
Only 25, but what a waste of time capturing that point and then fortifying it only for it to just, you know, just go
Well,
down. So
Just to watch a mad priest with a chain sword strike it
Yeah,
down. They have got it
exactly.
down. They are going to start decapping it. And now the commander squad is going to slap around these Necron warriors. No questions asked. Builder Scarabs watching in shock and horror. But on the right-hand side of the map, we also have some more shenanigans.
Yeah.
We've got just some guardsmen just capturing the natural listing post of the Necrons. Going to build up a listing post on that too. So the defense of the Necrons here has kind of
good.
fallen apart quite quickly.
yep, good to see that from Imperial Guard. Generally, you want to be doing this against in Necron matchups, just getting your getting the Necron's points and just completely denying them from him, and at the same time, you know, getting more resources for yourself as well. So it's really good to see by Imperial Guard here. And we have the Necron Lord on the way.
It's my duty to serve.
Yeah, so we should be expecting to see some solar pulses, I think, Mr. Landshark.
Absolutely. I mean, it's certainly... I can't see Necron Lord going for any non-standard Forbidden Archive shenanigans, although I always hope for the Resurrection Orb. I know it's not the meta pick, but it's just aesthetically the most pleasing ability.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Commissar added onto the command squad. Looks like the priest did die at some point. Unfortunate.
I wonder if he's delayed that Psyker because he hasn't seen a Necron Lord out, so he's thinking, well, may as well have some more
Yeah.
punching power. We do also have a infantry command just being stacked up right outside the Necron base, so
Oh, wow.
seems like as if Kun is moving in.
By the Emperor. You
Yeah. Yeah, I like that when Imperial Guard players go for the infantry command instead of the turret. You know, you get the transport ability, and honestly, maybe the plasma guns is a bit better than, you know, just your standard heavy bolter turret. And the infantry command is only 125 blue money, so yeah, it's worth the investment, I would say.
Oh, definitely. And
Until the solar pulses come.
till the solar pulses come, yes. But I imagine that the infantry command's got a little bit more health. And
Yes.
like you said, transport ability for your tech priest engine seers. That's an invaluable little resource right there. Guardsmen just kind of casually walking around the base. We are seeing the summoning core finally being popped up. More plasma generators on the way, but What's the economy at the moment? 98 and 20 compared to 45% build speed and 60. So not a terrible economy for the Necrons, but not much in the way of fighting forces on the field as we speak.
Yeah, Necron better micro his Lord here, because the Lord's already down to red health. That's not looking too good so far. Although 2 units will go down, the Commissar and the Priest both go down, so yikes for Imperial Guard here.
That's it, it's not cheap. But that Necron Lord, even though he's quite low on health at the moment, I imagine when he gets those Forbidden Archives online, he will be able to go for that. Yep. Oh god, I always forget it. The one where he goes a bit skew-whiffy, and he regains his health quite quickly.
The phase shift? Yeah.
That's the one.
Turns invincible for, god no, 15 seconds or something?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. And then you also add the Phylacterion in tier 2, and then that's at the point where the Necron Lord potentially becomes unkillable, because he just keeps... he takes less range damage, and he can just phase shift and re-heal himself. His healing is also increased because of that particular artifact, so...
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
very tough to deal with.
I've seen many times on the channel how just with a little bit of micro you can save your Necron Lord so much death. It also just saves your economy as well. Like, I mean, Imperial Guard, yeah, their command squad, if they lose one model, it doesn't mean a squad wipe, but still, you've still got to replace that model every now and then, so it's not cheap in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see that, what's his name? Kuhn, the Imperial Guard player, did add the Psyker to the command squad. Really good idea here now, because with a single strip soul, he could take out this Necron Lord. And that just removes that obstacle right then and there, if it were to happen. Be great for him.
That's it. We are seeing that Forbidden Archive on the way now, so probably building that in a kind of response. Commissar, he's just watching him kill 2 of his own men there. He's hungry for blood, and the Necrons aren't providing him any. Tier 2 going for the... Well, it's just finished for the Necron Monolith. Got Tier 2 as well for the Field Command, recruiting some priests. Yeah. And we see this quite a lot in Imperial Guard versus Necrons, where you just get single priests and just move them into the base and slap around those plasma generators.
Yes. Absolutely right, Mr. Lanchon. Those priests do crazy damage. It's unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah.
Some priests are added to this Guardsman squad. No, sorry, that was just the command squad priest getting a bit up and close and personal there with his men. So take that however way you will.
The Necrons were about to assault the Imperial Guard base then, but then decided to teleport all the way back home, which I suppose makes sense. You don't really want to base trade with the Imperial Guard on account of them just being able to hide away in their infantry commands. Double Priest popping out of the Northern Infantry Command, going to see if they can cause some mischief and mayhem, but not sure if they could do all that much when there's double Necron Warriors in the mix. Also got the Necron Lord, who's now finally gone for his phylactery and his phase shift. So he's golden now. He's practically immortal.
Yeah. Yeah, his health is regenerating pretty quickly. What?
Yeah. We are going to see a mechanized command in the Imperial Guard base. Probably, I imagine Chimeras would be the way forward.
Chimeras, yeah. I know that some Imperial Guard players will go for the Hellhounds against Necrons as well, but I don't think I'd really recommend that, because, you know, Hellhounds, while they're good, if you've seen an Immortal take down a Hellhound, it's like no stress for them at all. It just takes a couple seconds, and yeah. Same with Chimeras, but at least Chimeras are cheap, you know, and they can carry infantry around and all that.
That's it. You don't normally see Hellhounds in games like this, purely because, like, I think as well that their short range as well doesn't do them any favours with the amount of health that they have.
Yeah.
Just saw Necron Lord absolutely turn one of these guardsmen to mince. Chasing him down across the middle critical location. On the right hand side, we are seeing the Imperial Guard now finally consolidating their hold on their natural strategic points after being annihilated by the Necrons, and the first Chimera of the game is out.
Oh. And it looks like that infantry command that Imperial Guard placed earlier on in the game is about to go down, although the Tech Priest will probably save it. They have very high repair speed, but no. Okay,
Dear oh
it
dear,
feels
that
like-
is an unfortunate situation. But mind you, like we say, it's not that much in the way of investment, and it has kept the Necrons locked into the base for ages.
Yeah.
But on that note being made, what's the economy for the Imperial Guard? I mean, 1, 3, 2, and 50. That's not terrible economy.
Good.
Not sure if he's gone for his escalation research on his strategic points yet, but still in
The
a
amount of
prime
points
position
he
to
has.
pump out big units.
Yeah, I would think he does have that global at this point. With only 5 points at LP2, yeah, he would have his global. You really need to be going for that.
Good stuff. Fiscal sound intentions from Kun here. And he's going to go for a flanking maneuver. He's moved his Chimeras and he's also got Sentinel over on the left-hand side, but the Necrons are doing the exact same thing. Lots of metallic lads slapping down that strategic point. Will probably be taking it, well, decapping it with that Builder Scarab there. But almost in unison, exactly the same kind of thing going on left-hand side. So we are in the middle of a base trade here, boys and girls.
Mm-hmm. And these plasma guns are looking really scary for Necrons here.
You have chosen.
Absolutely,
Well,
a
at the
couple of
moment, they
plasma
don't
guns.
really worry about it. Yeah, but
I will walk now.
oh,
Got a bit of
Heavy weapons
recycling in the base. Tomb Spider picking up the dead and dying. Got an Immortal jumping back home. Although Chaos Machine Spirit going on the Destroyer will stop him in its tracks, allowing the command squad to move forward a little bit. Gonna give them time to regain their priest. We've got a regular old priest riding solo. Not sure where he's going with life, but he's doing something. Necronaut also teleporting in as well.
yeah, this we'll see if this Necron actually manages to go down here. Probably might be able to survive this. Yeah, destroyers will make quick work of these guardsmen here, so they've got to stay inside the Chimera where they can. Looks like the Necrons is done with their little push on the right side, and they've just come back to defend their base. Makes sense.
That's it. One advantage about the Necrons is your ability to push it out as far as you humanly want, and then the moment there's trouble at home, just teleport all the way back home. Which makes them a surprisingly mobile faction, all things considered.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Landshark. And Necron's even capturing a point on the right side here, one of the Imperial Guard's points. So what does that bring Kuhn's economy to? 110 to 60. Still pretty okay. You can still make some plays with this, but try not to lose too many more points, okay, Imperial Guard?
That's it. Hold on. You can do it. Just hold the line, and holding the line they are outside the base with all their plasma guns, jumping back into that Chimera when they're seeing a little bit of trouble in the form of Immortals meandering over. I do quite like it. They keep it mobile. The moment that the Necrons move over to one side, they then go to the other side, which, well, granted, like we just said, they've got the teleport, which is quite useful, but the cooldown on that bad boy is quite substantial, so they've got a window of opportunity to be a menace.
That's right, yep. Basilisk over here for Imperial Guard. It's gonna disrupt this Necron tide a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the Necrons are already quite spread out already, aren't they? But I imagine they'll be clumping up once the firing lines get sorted. Sentinel being taken down by one of the destroyers and Immortals. And the Imperial Guard are being chased all the way back home by the looks of things. Necron teleporting around the side, could be slapping around the Chimera, trying to prevent the Imperial Guard from escaping with any swiftness.
You know, I'm very surprised, Mr. Landshark, that we haven't seen a solar pulse from the Necron. Have you seen any yet? Because I have,
No, not yet. No Cena beams to be seen, I'm afraid. And, there we go. Speak of the devil. Here he comes. You can't see him. Blow
There
the
he
trumpets.
is. Yeah.
The grand arrival. But sadly, he has sacrificed his life to fulfill the meme, shall we say. Tomb Spider getting some real serious value here by picking up all the dead and dying. It's a wonderful way to mitigate the lack of unit recruitment from just one singular. How would one describe it? Building, one unit recruitment building.
Yeah, and it's for free, right?
Oh, totally.
Don't really make Tomb Spiders. Yeah, it's a really good unit to have. I think a lot of people don't really make the Tomb Spider, but you can really get a lot of free units for it, and it's you should really make it. Just make it.
Just make it. You don't see them often enough. Got the obelisk on the... I mean, look at this. It's just constantly on the attack, always making the Necron player wonder where he's going to strike next. Going to take out that obelisk, and is he going to peace out? Oh no, he's going to focus on the Forbidden Archive. Now, I don't know if taking out the Forbidden Archive actually does anything in the grand scheme of things here.
It really doesn't. Once the Necron Lord has his artifacts, there's no point in destroying it, honestly. It's just a building there. That's why players like to build it in front of obelisks, as kind of like a distraction. Like where you would normally use attack move, you'd have to just manually control your units so that they're not attacking the Forbidden Archive, they're attacking the buildings you want them to attack. So that's even like a little strategy that some Necron players will make use of.
A little peek behind the Necron curtain, so to speak, they're right there. Necron Lord throwing down another Cena beam in the middle of these basilisks. They have managed to... I mean, one just... Oh no, they're ever so slightly out of range of the northernmost basilisk. Of Valkyrie been fired directly onto these Necrons, and a field of fire as that AoE damage ticks down their health ever so slightly. But the Tomb Spider still active. They could lose all the Necrons all day long, and they'll be fine.
Put it back out. One basilisk does go down. I can't pronounce that for the life of me, I swear. I don't know if you noticed in one of my videos I make like a little funny counter.
I once did a co-cast with a Australian, and he called them Bassies because that was easier to pronounce. If you've been from New Zealand, I'm not sure if that may be the colloquial way to speak such a name.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely. I'm just gonna say that from now on. Honestly, Bassies, it's way way easier.
There we go.
So no more Bassies for the Imperial Guard here.
It doesn't look like he's going to be rebuilding any. It's just going to be getting back those chimeras. What is this solar pulse play? It's like I wonder if it's not so much to scare the guardsmen to not being able to fire, but forcing them to not be able to move forward, allowing the Necrons to have a little bit more space to do some damage.
Yeah, really good solar pulse laid down there.
And while this is going on, we've got a heavy bolter turret just been built up in the Necron base with a Chimera casually giving them the old lasgun. Got no lads in the Chimera at the moment. He's just there just to get extra damage in there where he can.
Absolutely, and this is Imperial Guard doing what they do best, just bunkering down and fighting off this, putting up a mighty defense against this Necron onslaught, if you will. And now that Necron has next to no army left, they will have to retreat here. And meanwhile, back at the Necron base, the Chimera's been gently taking down some turrets. So, not looking too good for Necrons here, I'm going to say, Mr. Landshark.
No, I mean, I could have swore that unstoppable push from the Necrons was going to get them a fair bit done. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, they got down a listing post, they got down a infantry command, but at this moment in time, with the Imperial Guard having all its units available, even if they are squad caps at the moment, they don't really need any extra boys on the field.
Yep. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame to see the Necron Lord die so early on that first push by the Necrons. I think that's probably what might have been the difference between winning and losing that fight. But see what happens now.
Got Tomb Spider flanked by a couple of destroyers. At the moment, the Imperial Guard don't really have any answer to vehicles, but I mean, just by the sheer mass of fire that they have, should be able to do the job. Oh, they've got a Sentinel. Oh, hiding around in the ranks. Necron Lord throwing down a solar pulse. And yeah, the chase continues.
And Necron's just sitting on tier 2, while Imperial Guard is at tier 3 already. Will we see full-scale war being researched? Oh, he has no mechanized. No, he doesn't.
It's got some others. They are Cassicans. So there's those guys. Equipped with a priest as well will be able to use their God Save the Emperor ability to stay alive when these destroyers attack them. But then again, destroyers have been destroyed, if you pardon the pun. Same with the Immortals as well. So it's It seems like so what he's doing at the moment, something that I see quite often with players is that they'll start streamlining one unit at a time into ongoing conflicts, and if you're winning, or if you are like even, that's a fair thing to do. But if you're losing, sending one unit in at a time is just gonna send them to their own deaths. You want to build up your fighting forces before re-engaging in combat.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's yeah. A lot of a lot of beginners seem to overlook that particular aspect of, you know, knowing when to push and when not to. Because when some people just lose all their squads, they just seem to do a Leroy Jenkins and just suicide the rest of them, and it's just like, okay, well.
Well, thankfully we have got all the we've got almost like a repair shop going on in the Necron base at the moment, recycling and re-repairing all those destroyers and the Tomb Spider. Got some more Builder Scabs coming out as well, but it's the assault's continuing. I'm not sure what the Necrons can do in this very specific situation.
Oh yeah, plus 69. We like to see that for our Necron power bonus here. But unfortunately, that's just too low, and especially while repairing these vehicles, it's not gonna shift at all. And as we know, a poor economy will cause you to lose the game, unfortunately.
That's it. As strong as the number 69 is in the meme community, in the Dawn of War battlefield, it won't save you at all. But the Builder Scabs are going to follow these destroyers, so maybe a Staunch Line of Destroyers might be able to take care of the Guardsmen just long enough for them to be able to rebuild some sort of aggressive force. But it's going for Immortals. I'm not sure if it's the vehicles that the Necrons are struggling with at the moment. Yeah, okay, there's some Chimeras about, but the main problem are these Cassicans and the Priests who just point blank refuse to die.
And where's the Necron Lord? Okay, yeah, no, he is running around on the battlefield a little bit.
We'll spot a cheeky minefield that's been placed down by the Tech Priest Engine Seers. A Cursed Machine Spirit going on one of those destroyers. Immortals moving forward, trying to get towards that Sentinel, but a little bit too much in the way of man meat to squeeze through, I'm afraid.
Yeah, these I don't know what to say to that, but 3 Defilers, sorry, not Defilers, Destroyers, 2 of them already on red health will have to go back. One of them staying behind to, I'm not sure what he's doing, but I don't think he's got very much left for this world, with 2 Sentinels focusing on him. Yeah, looks like, yeah, there he goes, okay.
So he was just there for the vibes, I think. And I do believe... I wonder if he's just kind of just left the game, because sometimes people leave the game and the game goes on for a little bit.
Yeah.
Guardsmen are going to charge straight down in the middle, making headway into the Necron base, but the Necrons don't really have anything to defend with.
No, absolutely not against a tier 3 Imperial Guard.
And there we go. The Necrons have been annihilated. So, quite nice backwards and forwards. Wonderful use of teleporting from the Necron player to do a little bit of pushing, a little bit of defending, but those Guardsmen just constantly on the move all the way throughout. So, Jagus, you have a YouTube channel. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I upload some tutorial videos, commentary videos, and a bunch of other videos. I honestly, I listen to the viewers. If they tell me they want content of any kind, I just give them what they want. So come check it out. It should be a good time.
There we go, a man of the people. All right then, thank you ever so much for coming, Jagus, and you, the viewers watching, cheers for coming. It's been a pleasure as always, Never Chore. We'll see you in a bit. Peace.
See you later.